Well, so Andy, you know that our commitment to CES has been, more than 15 years. In fact, I was reminded that this year my keynote, which we'll talk about in a moment, is the 10th one I've done, which kind of daunting for me that we've had 10 years of what began as the Brand Matters keynote, which we morphed into the C Space keynote. And I think that's as good a gauge as any of the time and effort that we put into it. This year, obviously, it's going to be a much different CES. We are uh, officially partnering with the Consumer Technology Association for 2021 to build out the entire experience that the C Space will encompass this year. So, whilst we were part of the original founding team, if you will, and have had a lot to do with the content that has been on display for the last dozen or so years, this year particularly will have a media link imprimatur on it, which I hope works out. We're all trying new things in new ways, having a virtual show that generally invites upwards of 200,000 people to Las Vegas. Our normal count is about 1,000 client meetings and interactions during the Consumer Electronics Show in a normal time. This year, we won't hit that level. I mean, that's obvious. It's going to be different, but we will have many hundreds. You never know till you know, but we already know that we've identified several hundred interactions on behalf of our clients. So the networking is going to go full speed ahead in a different way. And we've all obviously had to adjust to how we do that. We've all gotten more proficient at Zoom, and we've all gotten more proficient at Google Hangouts and at Microsoft Teams and Cisco WebExes. So we know how to navigate that, and I think everybody's comfortable with the technology at this point. What we do have to do is kind of format change, shorten the meetings. More difficult to keep people engaged on online than it is in person sometimes. So we're making those sorts of adjustments, but the basic content is going to be the same, and the basic underlying message of the importance of the consumer electronics show, if you will, and the conference that surrounds it, still is a critically important way to kick off the new year. As you know, it wasn't that long ago that this wasn't as relevant on marketers' calendars, but you also know that MediaLink's view of the intersection that we inhabit, marketing, media, advertising, entertainment, and technology, and you know that rolls off my tongue because I say that quite often, but I also say that CES is the perfect embodiment of the intersection that I just alluded to. And we're not going to let that pass this year. We're going to double down. My keynote this year is about entertainment transformed. So we're looking at the entertainment industry and the impact on the marketing industry through technology and transformation. I'll be chatting with Ann Sarnoff, the CEO of Warner Brothers and Warner Entertainment at Warner Media, and I don't think there's a company that's been more in the conversation of late around transforming the entertainment industry with theatrical distribution. So that's one area that we're definitely focused on. And, being mindful, Andy, of all the COVID related changes to how we conduct a conference of this size, of this sort and size. It's never been done. So we're happy and proud to be part of that kind of pioneering group. You know that old expression, I hope it doesn't apply here, but that old expression about pioneers take the arrows and settlers get the land. I will hope that we, along with our partners, will be pioneers as well as settlers as we navigate a virtual CES. We're not calling it a party this year. We're in the spirit of what we're trying to do different. We're calling it a networking opportunity, and we are doing that for the first time at CES with a longtime partner of ours, iHeart. And what excited Bob Pittman and I about the opportunity to put on an event in a funky time, let's be clear, was a technology that we stumbled on called spatial web. And what I promise you, Andy, is it's going to be unlike anything anyone's experienced. relative to having a networking opportunity in a different way. We've all gotten akin to and used to networking like this on a Zoom call or a Teams call, as I've said, but this is going to be a different experience. It's going to allow you to actually interact with a sort of an avatar, but it's really not an avatar, it's you, and you control yourself in this spatial web. Um, we are excited to do this and have the opportunity to bring our friends of the industry and partners together. And we will do it as we try to always do it, with fun and some laughs attached. On a serious note, Ryan Seacrest is going to conduct an interview with Dua Lipa, one of the hottest rock acts in the world today. And we will have a special performance from Billie Eilish, who arguably is one of the top 5 recording artists in the world currently. So we are excited about that. But at the end of the day, it's not about a party at CES this year. It's about a networking opportunity, because I think we all miss that. And the importance for us is my view that nature abhors a vacuum, and we were not going to let a vacuum occur here in January. That space is important, and it's kind of beachfront property of the Consumer Electronics Show and MediaLink. So we're happy to do that and excited to partner with iHeart, as I said, on this networking event.